padang, semua dungu berpenunggu. Kami inspirasi sebab itu mereka tiru. Guru kami lain, kualiti nombor satu. Bukan macam tempat tu, asal ke tempat penuh beribu. Holistik, ya dulu kami seorang pakai. Lepas kami pakai bersih, pas semua nak pakai. Kualiti kelas pertama, yuran kami tak masuk akal. Mari join sekali, pasti suka, kami tak sangkal. Hey up, listen up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about Ada. Remember, inside kita, remember about you study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about Ada. Remember, inside kita, remember about you study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up.
Yang silakan.
10 sebab
10
seronok sebab cikgu bagi step by step, saya boleh faham.
Silakan.
Saya boleh bagi rate 10 per 10 lah. Okay. Ni bukan sebagai apa, ni bukan pasangan.
We trust to help me level up. Cheer up, Lahazon, we believe our grade will be increased. Stand up with a holistic approach. We sure they are great coach. Chill up, do the best, be the best, who the best, we're the best. Hey up, listen up, wanna be a success student, remember about Ada. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up, wanna be a success student, remember about Ada. Remember, inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up.
Mereka dapat terangkan tajuk yang sukar untuk dipelajari oleh pelajar-pelajar. Terang sampai dapat. Itulah yang paling bagus di Lahazonnya.
Lahazon terbaik.
Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. How are you today? I am Teacher Aryna from English Department Lahazon Education for Superpower English as for today. So I can see there's 2 people here watching from YouTube. There's from YouTube and also Facebook. So can you comment to me? How are you today? How are you doing today? Are you feeling good? Feeling fine, or maybe feeling better? So how are you looking today? For me, Waalaikumsalam. Hi, Assalamualaikum Teacher Aryna. Waalaikumsalam Teacher Hafiza. So as for me, I feel very excited today because we are doing something different and something interesting. You might wondering what are we going to do for today? What is the interesting that I'm going to share with you? This is for primary students, younger primary student, and also older primary students also can do this revision together with me because this is my boost your vocabulary using the KAD skill today. So it's going to be a little bit fun, not a little bit, but I guess more fun for today because we are using KAD skill, which is the interesting tools that we are going to use. So before I'm going to start what I'm going to share for today, can you all take your KAD skill first? Because I have got mine KAD skill here. So can you take your KAD skill quickly so that we can do the activity together? Come on, take your KAD skill. It's going to be fun. See, I have a lot of KAD skill here. But today we are just going to focus on one topic in KAD skill, which is later I will share to you what are we going for today. Before that, I'm going to share my screen first. Okay, so can you see my screen? I want to ask you, what is occupation? Okay, basically, occupation is something that some of you might know what is occupation, and some of you might be wondering what is actually occupation is. Okay, for maybe you never heard what is occupation. Maybe some of you think, oh, occupation is same as hobby. No, guys, no, it's not the same, okay? Occupation and hobby is a different thing, Okay, for example, I give you an example before I explain further to you what is really occupation is. I will give example what is really occupation. For example, I am a teacher or maybe a tutor here. So that is my occupation. Or maybe some of you out there is an engineer. Maybe some of you are doctor. So that are their occupation. So that is the example for occupation. But what's the explanation for occupation actually? So let me share to you. It's very simple. I emphasize the meaning for occupation. So you can see here, occupation is actually a job. Okay, it's a job that you can earn money by each of your occupation. For example, like I told you my example just now, I am a teacher or a tutor. So my job or my occupation is a teacher. What I do, I teach my students. Okay, so that is my occupation. Do I earn money from my occupation by teaching my students? Yes. Okay, for example, a doctor. Okay, if example, I'm a doctor. So if I'm a doctor, means my job is doctor. And what I do, I cure my patient. Do I get money from that? Yes. Who gave me money? The company or maybe the head of the hospital or maybe the government gave me the money because I am a doctor. I cure people by my experience, my knowledge, something like that. So that's meaning for occupation. It's a job. So I want to ask all of you, do you know the example for occupation? How many type of occupation do you know? Or maybe we say a job. Okay, what kind of job that you know? Like the first I give you example, teacher, engineer, doctor. What else? What other else example? What are the other example that you know for occupation? We have like a lot of occupation in this world, like maybe more than 50, I guess. So do you know one of it? Can you give me like three example for occupation? Just a simple one. Who knows? Who can guess? What are the examples for occupation? Do you know what is the example for occupation? Or do you have any idea what are the example for occupation? No or yes? But before that, let me share to you a few occupation that I know. Okay, this is our few occupation that I know. Let us see. The first picture. Okay, the first picture. Oh, police. I can see from Teacher Hafiza, police, teacher, and chef in KAD ASK. Okay, thank you, Teacher Hafiza. But what about other than KAD ASK? In KAD ASK, we have four type of occupation. But what about other than that? Do we only have four type of occupation? No, right? So, can you name other occupation that you know outside from the KAD ASK, other than the KAD ASK? For example, that I show to you the example occupation in the slide. Can you name the first picture? Doctor, veterinarian. Yes. Can you name the florist? Wow. You can see doctor, veterinarian, florist. Wow, good job. Thank you. Congratulations. So, the first picture, you can see there is a cat and there is a woman that's wearing a coat. So, what do you think the occupation is? Is she a doctor? Is she a nurse? Or is she a police? What do you think? What is her occupation? Not the cat, okay? The woman. The woman that's wearing a white coat. What is her occupation? What do you think? Is she a nurse? I don't think so. It's a nurse. Is she a doctor? Maybe. But you look closely. There is a cat there. Cat is an animal. So what do you think her occupation is? Do doctor cure an animals? I don't think so. I think doctor only cure people, not an animal. So the first picture on your left, that is a veterinarian, just like teacher Rafiza told us just now in the comment section. Yes. So it's not a doctor, it's not a nurse, okay? Because doctor and nurse only in the hospital where they cure people only. But for veterinarian, they cure an animal. Any animals that are in danger, that are hurt. For example, maybe there is a stray cat, stray dog, or maybe it can also be a snake, or maybe a lion, a tiger. Okay, they cure any kind of animal in this world. So that are their job. Okay, that's the difference between doctor and veterinarian. What about the second one on the right? What are the occupation? They are wearing a helmet. They are wearing a yellow hat. And they are holding a paper there. What do you think are the occupation is? Are they a drawer? Are they an architect? Or are they an engineer? What do you think? The occupation of these two men there. There's two men, okay, and they're wearing a yellow hat, and they hold a paper there, a big one. So what do you think the occupation is? Is he an engineer? Is he a doctor? Is he a architect? Or is he a mechanic? What do you think? Do you have any kind of idea what is the occupation of these two men there? You can see there is a two men there. So what do you think are their occupation? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I know, but what about you? I want to know the answer from all of you. Do you know what are the two men's occupation is? I bet like most of you know this occupation, but maybe some of you got confused. But if I told you the occupation, you would say, oh, this occupation. I know this one. I want to be when I grow up. I want to be this type of occupation when I grow up. So let's see. What are the two men's occupation is? They are engineer. So, do you get the same answer as I am? Okay, before I want to go to the next example, I want to ask all of you, what are engineer do? What do engineer do? Just give me a simple explanation. What do engineer do? For veterinarian, they cure animals. What about engineer? What do they do? Do they also cure an animals? No, I don't think so. Because they didn't seem like they are going to cure anyone. So what do you think engineer do? What do engineer do? Who knows? Who wants to answer? What do engineer do? As I know, so let us see. Let I explain to you what actually engineer do, but in a simple way. So basically, engineer is a person. Okay, of course, it's a person. It cannot be an animal, of course. So engineer is a person who design and build complex product like machine, system, structure. For example, engineer, they need to design a building. Okay, they need to design a building. If they want to build an hotel, big, maybe an exclusive, they need to design what how are the structure is, what are the kind of design, what type of materials they will want to use to build the hotel, where are they need to put the parking lot, where do they need to put the lobby, the lift. So engineer, they are going to do all that kind of stuff. Okay, they need to design, build. Okay, depends on each of the engineer. They have their own department in each of the engineer. So that are what they are doing for engineer. So do any one of you want to be an engineer when you grow up? Is there any one of you want to be an engineer when you want to grow up? I bet mostly engineer I saw, mostly engineer is a man. Okay, maybe there is a woman, but not maybe like 20%. But most of it is a man because it's like a very tough work. So most of the tough work is usually men will do that rather than women. Okay, mostly like women will do like veterinarian, maybe. Veterinarian, it can be a woman, it can be a man. Oh, I can see Teacher Aryna say, yes, I want a teacher. Oh, wow, you want to be an engineer? Wow, that's very interesting. Yeah, we have one woman here wants to be an engineer. Ooh, nice. So let's see the next occupation. Yeah, I bet all of you know the first picture. What are the occupation for this man? The one on your left, top left. What are the occupation is? You can see there is a man wearing a glasses, wearing a white coat. What do you think? Who is he? Just now we have veterinarian, we have an engineer. Now we have these two picture, but we do the first one on the top left. Who is he? What is his occupation? What do you think is his occupation? You usually see this in the hospital or maybe in the clinic. Okay, just now, veterinarian cure an animal. So what about this man? He also cure, but who? People or animal? What kind of occupation do you think this is? This is very simple. Like everyone knows this type of occupation. Usually, like if I ask most of my students, they will say, "Oh, when I grow up, I want to be this type of occupation." But if you want to be this type of occupation, you need to power your science. That absolutely you need to power your science if you want to be this type of occupation. Same goes to veterinarian. So, do you have any idea what is that? What is his occupation? When I was little, I want to be this type of occupation too, but I can't. Okay, so most of people that I see, some of the this occupation, there will be a woman and also a man. So there will be two type of gender for this occupation. It can be a man, it can be a woman. Okay, because it depends on each of the person. So the first occupation is a doctor. Okay, like I told you just now, veterinarian is cure the animal, but doctor cure a person or a people. Barber, are you sure? It's on the man who's wearing a coat, the white coat. It's not a barber, it's a doctor. Okay, it's a doctor. Doctor cure people. If you are sick, if you are feeling unwell, you will go to hospital or maybe you will go to clinic to see the doctor. Am I right? If you feel, oh, I have a stomach ache. I feel like I want to faint, or maybe you feel like you have a cough, you have a sneeze. So you will go to doctor. You need to refer to the doctor so that doctor can give you medicine so that you can feel better after that. So that's what doctor do. Now let's look into the second picture. What do you think the occupation is? You can see there's two men. It's in your right. Okay, you can see the occupation after the doctor down there. What do you think the occupation is? Is he a policeman? Is he what do we call that? Is he a firefighter? What do you think he is? Who is he? Who knows who is he? I bet like all of you know and all of you have been to this kind of place and you have seen this type of occupation like almost everywhere. So what do you think the occupation is? You can see there's two people there, but the one that sit down is the customer and the other man is the owner. So what do we call that occupation is? Do you know? Do you want to guess? Is there any one of you want to guess? What are the occupation for the man? Do you have any idea? Because like some of my students also say that I want to be this when I grow up. And I ask why? Because it's interesting. So, do you have any idea what is that actually? So let me show you what is that. So the second picture is barber. I can see Teacher Rafiza says barber. Yes, correct. That is barber. What does barber do? They cut people hairs. Okay, but mostly barber only cuts men. Okay, men or boys hair. But women, they usually go to the saloon. But some of the men prefers to go to saloon. But mostly they will go to barber if they want to get a simple cut for their hair. So that's for barber. Now, let's see the next one. Before that, can I have you to get your cut ASK first so that we can do the next activity? So have you ready your card ASK? I have my card ASK here. I have it 4. Okay, now I want you to find in your card ASK, find this 4 occupation in your card ASK. Tick 4. There is 4 occupation card in card ASK. I found 4, okay, and it's in my hand right now. Okay, you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 card ASK here. So can you name? Yes, I'm ready. Okay, good, Teacher Afisa. So let's begin our games. Karaoke time! Yay! Let's see. can you see there is 4 men there? There's 2 men, short men, and 2 tall men. So, in KAD, what are the occupation that you know based on KAD and the picture? Okay, you have 4 KAD here. We have chef, firefighter, teacher, and policeman. So, what are the occupation? Do you know what is the occupation for this one? It's in your KAD. I have found mine. Who knows what type of occupation is this? I have already found my one. Let's see whether we get the same KAD. Are you ready? I want to flip my KAD right now. So let's see what type of occupation is this. It's a policeman. It's a policeman. Do you have this policeman card? Like my one? Can you see the policeman card here? Is it the same as the picture that I've shown you? So this is policeman. Now I want to ask all of you, what policemen do? What does policeman do actually? Who knows? The first question I want to ask you, what does policeman do? Second question, who are the policemen chasing? You can see there's 4 policemen running fastly. Who are they catching? What are they trying to catch? Are they trying to catch a cat? Are they trying to catch a tiger? Ooh, who are these 4 policemen trying to catch? Do you know who are they trying to catch? You can see they're running fastly, very fast. I want to catch this person. Who do you think the person is? Are they going to catch a cat? Or are they going to catch a tiger? Or are they going to catch a thief or criminals? What does the policeman catch? Okay. Do you know? Do you want to guess? So basically, the policemen are not trying to catch a cat. No, they are not going to catch a cat. Okay, guys? Policemen, these 4 policemen running fastly because they want to catch a criminal. Do you know what is criminal? Okay, basically, criminal is someone or a person that do a bad thing that against the law. So that's why these policemen need to catch them to make the world safer, to make the place or the country safe so that there are no criminals. For example, we have thief, we have robber. Okay, so this type of criminals, policeman will settle down this. Okay, so don't worry. That are the policeman's job. They trying to catch the criminals, so the country will be safer. Okay, there will be no one that will do a bad things that will against the law. So that's what the policemen do. See, policeman. The policeman is very strong and very brave person. If they are not brave, how they are going to catch the criminals? Am I right? If the policeman is not brave, then the criminal will catch them, not the policeman catch the criminal. Okay? So to be a policeman, if any one of you when you want to grow up, if you want to be this policeman, if your occupation is, oh, when I grow up, I want to be a policeman, you can, but make sure you are brave enough, you are strong enough, you have the muscle, you are strong enough to catch a criminal or a thief if you want to be a policeman. Am I right? Yeah. So that was policeman do. Now, I want to ask you. Every policeman have their own equipment, am I right? So you can see in this picture there's a police that hold, there's a stick and there's something that they are holding. What do we call that? So that are the equipment. Let me show you a few equipment that police do carry every day. So let's explore about policeman equipment. First one, see, you can see there's a policeman. The policeman looks very strong and brave, okay, and actually it kind of looks scary though. So, so this policeman say, "Don't mess with me, or I'll catch you." So you can see by his expressing face, you can see that he's trying to say that you better watch out. Okay? So let's see this policeman equipment. The first one. What do you think the equipment is? What is that? Do you know what is that? Do you have any idea what is that equipment? The first one. It have two holes and made of steel. So what are they? Who knows what are they? You will usually see this. The policeman will carry this like almost every day so that it will be easy for them to catch the criminals or maybe the thief especially. So what is that? Okay, let me share to you. The first picture, that is called handcuff. After you catch a criminal, you take their hand, both of their hands, and you put the handcuff one each of the hand. So one in your left, one in your right. So they cannot move their hand. So their hand would be like this. So they cannot do anything. Am I right? When the policeman already put the handcuff in the criminal hands, then they cannot move their hand anywhere. They will be like this. So they can move like this only if they are wearing handcuff in their hands. So that is handcuff. Now the second one, let us see. What are the policemen usually carry with them? Yes, this is most important thing they need to carry like almost everywhere. An important thing they need to have this in their pocket, which is police badge. It is police badge. It's called a police badge. Okay. What are the uses? Okay, so the police badge. If you go to the bank or maybe there's a robbery or thief, if you want to catch them, you need to show your badge. I am policeman. So before you catch a criminal, you will show your badge first. I am a police. So better put your hands in the air. Usually watch movie, the policeman say, put your hand in the air. Or maybe turn back. I'm policeman. They will show their badge. So that it's going to be a proof and they will believe that, oh, this is a policeman. Yes, it's a policeman. Or maybe there's investigation. Okay, maybe there's murder and investigation and you are police. You want to go there to know what happened. You can show the police badge to the people around the place that have a murder. So that will say, oh, this is policeman. So give the police to look up what happened actually in there. So that's why every policeman will carry this police badge everywhere. It's very important. Okay, so the next one, the third police equipment is, I bet this one, every single one of you know what is this. You have seen in the cartoon, you have seen in the YouTube video, picture, what else? Movie. Like all of you, mostly boys or men, know what is this. Even woman or a girl knows what is this. So, can you tell me what are the third police equipment that you know based on the picture that I show you? What do you think that is? Is it a sniper? Is it a water gun? You can imagine if policeman carrying a water gun, then you want to shoot the criminal, there are only water in there. So like how do you want to shoot a criminal if you use a water gun? Am I right? So basically, this is a gun. Okay, this type of gun that policemen will carry everywhere they go. If anything happens, they have this gun. Okay, only policemen can have this gun with them. Okay, it's legal things. It's not necessary that everyone can have it. Okay, depends on the police. If this type of policeman, they will carry a gun. Okay, if traffic police, they will not carry a gun. So if something happen, if there is a criminal, if they want to save people life, they need to have this gun so that nothing bad will happen. So that's why it's very important the policemen have this gun. The next last one. This is like not all of the policemen have this or wear this every day, but if they have a special case or a special what do we call that? Special case or maybe a special criminal case. Okay, some of the cases they need to wear this type of equipment. What do we call that? But if in normal situation, they will not wear this. Okay? What do we call this last equipment for policemen? Okay, if in the movie you will usually see this policeman will wear this equipment, which is that we call as armor. Okay, it's armor. Policemen also have an armor, not just soldier. Okay, but this one is policeman armor. Okay, there's a difference between policeman armor and also soldier armor. There is a difference, but it helps to protect them from being shot so that the bullet cannot go through their body. So that's why they are wearing this police armor. It's very important if they in a special case. Okay. Now you have known these 4 equipment for police. Now let's look to the next one. Do you know what other occupation that we have in CAT ASK? Can you tell me the other occupation in CAT ASK? Who knows what other type of occupation in CAT ASK? What else do we have? Okay, so I will choose, okay, we put aside policeman. So now we have three more to go. We have teacher, chef, and firefighter. So the second one occupation is the chef. So can you see my card ASK chef? Do you find your karaoke chef there? Here, this is a chef. Do you found it? We can see this handsome chef is trying to cook something there. It looks kind of tasty. So yeah, let's see for chef. What do chef really do? Okay, look closely. Now let's move. So this is a chef. You can see he's trying to cook 2 dishes in one time. Wow. So chef is very a professional cooker that cooks in mostly in hotel. We can see there's a chef in the hotels or maybe in a resort, maybe some of the high class restaurant, maybe it's 5 star, 4 star. They have a professional chef that can master all the dishes. All they can cook like this man, 2 in 1, 2 dishes in one time. That's very powerful and very interesting. Even I cannot cook 2 dishes at one time. Can you cook 2 dishes at one time? Maybe some of you say, "Oh yes, I can." Maybe some of you say, "Oh my God, it's very difficult." So yes, that's what professional chefs do. Okay, so that's why their salary also very high. It depends where do they work. If they work in the 5 star hotel, then the salary will be very high. Now, chefs also have their own equipment, guys. Not just policemen, okay? A chef also have their own equipment. So, let us see what are the chef equipment. Or before that, can you name me the chef equipment that you know? What do chefs need and what do chefs do? What are they used to cook? Do they cook using a ladder? Do they cook using a gun? No, right? So, what are the equipment for chef? Do you know? So, let's see. I give you 4 examples for chef equipment. Yeah, you can see the very handsome chef here. Oh, it seems like the karaoke is look similar. They have a mustache. Okay, so let's see what are the 4 equipment that most of the chefs do have and need. First one. Do you know what is that? Can you see the picture there on your top left? Can you see what is that? Is that a ladder? Is that a stool? Is that a spatula? No, right? That is a frying pan. What do you do with a frying pan? You used to fry a fish, a chicken, maybe a prawn. What type? There are so many type of food that you can use to fry in this frying pan. Like most of mom, okay, your mother have this frying pan in their house. Am I right? Okay, most of women have this frying pan and they need this frying pan in their kitchen. Am I right? If we don't have this frying pan, it will be disaster. You cannot like cook anything there. And also, a frying pan is not just one design. It has so many designs just for frying pan. Can you imagine? Even a chef uh, need a design, a better design for frying pan because the quality. They want a quality for their food. Okay, so that's why there's so many type of frying pan, and some of the frying pan is cheap. Some of the frying pan is affordable and some of the frying pan is very expensive. Okay, it have different type of brand for just frying pan. Am I right? Most of the mother knows this. So if you a woman and you don't know what is this, you better learn what is this. What are the uses for frying pan? What type of frying pan? How many design? The brand? How do you want to know this frying pan is good or not? So you better know about this. Okay. Second one, I bet all of you know this tool or this equipment calls. You use this to cut a carrot, maybe what else? Maybe a prawn. You can use this to cut an onion, a cabbage, vegetables, or maybe fruits. Or you can also use this to cut the bread also. Some of us use this to cut like almost everything, almost every food in their house. Okay? So let's see. This is we call a knife. Okay? Knife is used to cut vegetables, fruits, maybe seafood. Okay? Knife, we can use knife to cut anything, any type of food. Okay? Depends. Knife also have their brands and have their own type. We have a knife for to cut chicken. We have a special knife to cut a fish. We have a special knife to cut a bread. Am I right? We have so many type of knife in this world. Okay, so if you're a woman, you better know the type of knife. Okay. Next one, we have the third equipment. Do you know what is this? If you watch SpongeBob SquarePants, you will know what is this. The SpongeBob SquarePants use this to cook Krabby Patty. If you watch SpongeBob SquarePants, but if you don't, a woman or maybe some of the men also know the name of this equipment. So what do you think that is? Okay. Can you name me? Okay, or maybe you can give the answer in the comment. What are the third equipment? What are the name? Is it a ladder? I don't think so. Do you think that is a ladder? So let's see what actually is that. Do you know what is that? So let's see. Actually, that's not a ladder. Okay, big no. Okay, no, it's not a ladder. Okay, this is called spatula. Okay, like I told you, if you watch SpongeBob SquarePants, he used spatula to flip the patty. Okay, he used this to cook Krabby Patty, or we call it as a burger. Okay, most of stall, if they want to cook a burger, they want to make a burger, they will use spatula to flip up the beef. Okay, the patty. Okay, maybe you also in each of your house. Okay, if you want to see, check in your house. Do you have spatula? I guess all of you have a spatula in your house. Okay, especially in the kitchen. You will see there's so many type of spatula. Some of them made of steel. Some of them made of plastic. Okay, you can use this when you want to cook fried egg, or maybe you want to cook omelette. Okay, so that is spatula. Last equipment. This is very important when you want to hold something is hot, fresh from the oven or microwave. You use this so that your hand won't get burned or your hand won't feel too hot. So you use this. This is an oven glove. Okay, you can use this for microwave or even oven. Okay, depends. You basically they will use this if you want to bake a cookies. So they will, after the cookie is already finished baked, they will take this oven glove and wear it so they can take out the cookies from the oven. Okay? Because it will be very hot. The temperature is going to be very hot there. So that's why the oven glove is very important to have in your home, in your kitchen especially. Okay? So that are the 4 equipment that chef mostly have in their house. Okay? Now we will look into the next one, which is, do you know what is that? I have this firefighter cut is key. You can see there's a firefighter. Okay, he's trying to turn off the fire there using the water. So that's what the firefighter do. Save the day. You can say firefighter always save the day. Okay, if there is a house, the house is burned, or maybe some of the animal, maybe some of like a cat or maybe snake. Okay, the firefighter will come and settle down everything. Okay, let's see the 4 equipment that firefighter have. So the first one, the firefighter need to have fire extinguisher. We also have this in schools, in hospital, in clinics. Most of the store have this fire extinguisher. Okay, in case there are fire in the store, then you can use the fire extinguisher if just a small fire. But if it's a big one, then you need to call a firefighter. Okay, that is the first thing they have. Second, they really need this ladder so that it be easier for them to use it when it comes to a higher place. For example, they want to rescue a cat, or maybe they want to catch a snake in the higher place. Okay, or maybe there is someone trapped in the second floor of the house, so they need to use ladder. Okay, so that they can take the people out using the window and then using the ladder. Okay, so they will not need to come into the house, to go into the house and save the people. They can just use ladder. So that's why everywhere you can see they always carry a ladder with them. Okay, the third one is very important. Not most, but all of the firefighter wear this when they in duty, which is, this is called coat, the firefighter coat. See, the firefighter also have a coat, okay, so that they will not get burned easily. Okay, the firefighter coat protect them, okay, from being burned by the fire. So that's why they need to wear the coat when there is a mission. Okay. Last but not least, you will see this like almost everywhere if the place is in fire. So they will have this fire engine come there and it will sound like nino, 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 like that. Am I right? That's how the fire engine sounds. Okay, there you know, oh, there's a fire somewhere. And the firefighter come to rescue the day to put out the fire. You can see in the fire engine also top there is also a ladder so they can use in emergency time. So this 4 equipment is important for they to have it. Okay, most of the firefighter need to have this or need to carry them when they are in duty. So firefighter done, we have go to these 3 KSK, which is firefighter, chef, and also policeman. Last occupation in our KDSK is a teacher, which is like I am an English teacher. We have so many subject teacher. Okay, so the last one is teacher card. So what does teachers do? Teacher teach their students subject. Each of the subject have their own teacher. So this teacher, they need to teach their students for their subject. Okay, and need to make sure that their students can score in their subject. So that is what teacher do and share the knowledge to the students. Okay. Teacher also have their equipment, guys. Okay, not just firefighter, not just policeman, not just chef. Teacher also have their equipment. Okay, as I also have my own equipment as a teacher. So the first, you have a course book. Of course, the teacher need to have a course book for their subject. Course book is something like textbook. Okay, they need to do reference, they need to refer to the course book so that they know the syllables of the subject. That's why they need to have the course book. Second, they have files so that they can put everything that they have done, the lesson plan, the portfolio, or maybe what are the students do today. Okay, it will be like their note. So that's why they will have file or carry files in schools. The third one is very important, especially nowadays. We do an online class. We use a laptop so that we can do a PowerPoint slide. We can do online classes. We can do and video so that students can watch every day, can watch every day and can make a revision using the video that we record in laptop. Okay, so it's very important for teacher to have the laptop. Okay, last but not least, if for the physical class, especially in schools, we have this is a whiteboard marker. We have a whiteboard and we have a whiteboard marker so that we can write in front of the class so that all of the students can see what we write on the whiteboard. Okay, we cannot just simply just talk. Students cannot see. They need to see and they need to take note what they see on the whiteboard. So that's why we also need to carry a whiteboard marker in school. So these four equipment, most of the teacher really do need to have this. Okay, it's very important for teacher to have course book, file, laptop, and also whiteboard marker. Okay, so it will be easier for each of the teacher to do their work. So that's why we have all this type of equipment. Okay, so today we have explored four type of occupation in KAD, which is we have explored about firefighter, okay, the firefighter card, and then we have explored about the policeman occupation card, and third we have chef, okay, and last but not least, just now we just discovered about teacher. Last occupation in KAD, we have teacher. So basically in KAD, we have four type of occupation. So does any one of you want to be this one of the occupation in this KAD? Maybe it's, oh, when I grow up, I want to be a chef. When I grow up, I want to be a policeman. When I grow up, I want to be a firefighter. Or maybe when I grow up, I want to be a teacher like me. So maybe you have this in your future. Okay. So it's very important for you to know each of the occupation and what do they do, what are their equipment, so that you will know what are the needs of each of the occupation. Okay. So that is only my sharing for today about occupation in KAD, which is four. Okay, and also there is four more. The example that I give to you earlier about the four occupation other than in KAD. Okay, so I hope it's very benefit for all of you so that you will know, oh, when I want to grow up, I want to be this so that I can do this, I can help this. Okay? So thank you everyone for today, and I hope you use your KAD SK. Okay, because it's very important. It will help you to boost your grammar, your vocabulary especially, and your speaking skills also. Okay, I hope we will meet up again with another sharing from me and another interesting topic that we will discover in our next Superpower English. Okay? Okay, so this is all for today. Hope you feeling enjoy and relax, and there's something that I share to you is very valuable for you. So hope to see you again. Bye everyone. Assalamualaikum. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Okay. Bye.
Kami turut padang, semua dengu berpenunggu. Kami inspirasi sebab itu mereka tiru. Guru kami lain, kualiti nombor 1. Bukan macam tempat tu, asal ke tempat penuh beribu holistik. Ya dulu kami seorang pakai, lepas kami pakai bersih pas semua nak pakai. Kualiti kelas pertama, yuran kami tak masuk akal. Mari join sekali, pasti suka kami tak sangkal. Hey up, listen up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about adab. Remember inside kita, remember about you study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up, listen up. Wanna be a success student, remember about adab. Remember inside kita, remember about you study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up.
Yang bersyukur. Silakan.
10 sebab
10
seronok seronok sebab cikgu bagi step by step, saya boleh faham.
Silakan.
Saya boleh bagi rate 10 per 10 lah. Okay. Ni bukan sebagai apa, ni bukan pada saya.
Zone we trust to help me level up. Cheer up, Lahazon, we believe our grade will be increased. Stand up with a holistic approach, we sure they are great coach. Chill up, do the best, be the best, who the best, we're the best. Hey up, listen up, wanna be a success student, remember about adab. Remember inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up. Hey up, listen up, wanna be a success student, remember about adab. Remember inside kita, remember about your study, cause that way, only way, how you wanna level up.
Saya dapat terangkan tajuk yang sukar untuk dipelajari oleh pelajar-pelajar. Terang sampai dapat. Itulah yang paling bagus di dalam ini.
Rahazon terbaik.